Hello, long time no see. It's been a long time since our last video. It's been almost 2 weeks. So anyway, thank you for waiting. Thank you for your patience and the Entropy Center review today here. So astounding things can be born with familiarity, as anyone who has played Portal knows few puzzles games do it better. The Entropy Center can appear like a straightforward Portal mimic, and it leans into that expectation. It's got the hallmarks, going through clearly labeled puzzle areas with a special gain and AA cracking wise and present and accounted for it. But the game does not much more, using wonderfully tuned puzzles, a compelling premise, and excellent writing to lift itself above and appears as attempts to reach the shoulders of its inspiration. The Entropy Center begins with the Area Adams waking up in her room. She's an employee of the teacher organization but doesn't recall what she's doing or what she's happening. Early on, the acquaintances a special gun that will allow her to get past the game many puzzles chambers. The gun has an AI called Astra that somehow manages to be charming and adorable despite her face being little more than a text emote. The gun itself has the ability to rewind an object of group of about 38 seconds prior to state it currently in, which is the central coincidence of the puzzles. I'd love you to deep dive into the game narrative and thematic elements, as expecting everything is so imaginable and ripe from discussions. However, the Entropy Center is absolutely best experience blank. I say a bit more, but I do advise you to skip the rest of this main if you want to get into the finer details. The center itself exists to prevent calamities possessing an external threat to the Earth. At first it was just a beast, but the entire planet seems itself destroying, and up to the area Astra to generate energy to rewind time for the planet and give it a chance to avert its demise. It's a fantastic hook and the narrative is well paced. The portal puzzle begins is very much in effect in the Entropy Center. Your goal is to open the exit door to make your way in the next puzzle chamber. You typically need to use a puzzle cube and hold down the switch to make it through this door. What really different is the game, however, it's the time mechanics. While you just need to put a cube on the switch to open up your way, you typically can get there by traveling a straight line. To describe it with the complexity of the most simple of the game puzzles, you place a cube on the switch and then move it whatever else is needed. Then you rewind the cube's time to start it, moves to the switch and let you walk down through the door. You frequently need to work backwards for the puzzle solutions, which means moving the tube through the neat series of events and then rewinding it to let you accomplish your tasks. You turn on the jump pads, activate laser panels, create walkthroughs and more, and you often need to rewind multiple cubes to move them into the right places. There are multiple types of cubes in Entropy Center. The most basic is the default cube, which does nothing special, but there is a cube that creates a bridge of light, one that shoots a laser, another that functions as a jump pad, a collapse cube. Towards the later part of the game, you also contend with the fields that transform a cube into any of above based on need. This leads to some fairly complicated puzzles that require you to rewind cubes back and forth through the fields. It's wild. Designing the good puzzles is obviously about more than functioning and integrity. Some games have those two things in spades but fall behind in regards to clarity and conveying information. The Entropy Center puzzle designs are crystal clear. Even the complex puzzles can be solved rather than quickly due to how nifty information is conveyed. There are no tricks, no how was I supposed to know that moments that I can stumble almost laughably easily, but that only happened to me once in this game. And it was solely because I wasn't making proper use of tools laid out of the front of me. The game final puzzle was the only truly tricky one, as it requires a solution that no other puzzles before had even hinted at. I would have liked to see this build up more, as I could definitely see more people not being able to figure out on their own. Conversely, the hard puzzles will probably find that many more puzzles are easy, but the game with as much as a narrative focus on that has, I think that's fine. Even the completely simple puzzles are great fun to figure out due to how intuitive the mechanics are. They are not only solving puzzles in the Entropy Center, there are plenty of sequences outside of the puzzle chambers where Arya will have to use the gun to progress forward. The center robots are often hostile due to their programming, and you sometimes need to navigate or solve some puzzles while they shoot balls of energy at you. You can use clever means to destroy some of the mechanics. However, there are also melee bots which you need to avoid completely. The game does a fantastic job of bleeding these sections with the puzzle chambers, which keeps things from growing repetitive. There are a few new frustrations too. Those robots I've just mentioned can make certain sections rather vexing. You get wrapped back to the checkpoints whenever Arya falls in water, and some of said checkpoints can be pretty far back. The game has also a single autosave, which means that you'll be in trouble if you get soft-locked somehow. But it's incredible that this game was put together by a single person. They did an amazing job, especially considering how the good presentation is. The game runs wonderfully too. You find a great many computers with the emails on them that will fill in extra detail, but many of these are hidden or require an additional puzzle to solve. The Entropy Center might take players about a dozen hours to complete, as there are 15 chapters, which with 4 or 5 puzzles to get through. Some of the earliest chapters can actually be compared in 15 minutes. In the end, I really loved the game, and the ending felt so good. The Entropy Center is not only easily the best puzzle game of 2022, but it's obviously one of the best that I played in this period. So if you are a fan of making a brain tasks for yourselves, guys, go ahead and just download and play the Entropy Center. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Also hit those bells to get notifications from our channel that we post a video. Thank you so much. Have a good one. Bye bye.